Hi, welcome back to Christine's Home Affairs. Bet you can't guess what we're making today. Chris and I are going to Tasmania next month and it's going to be really cold, so I want to have something to warm up my ears, but I also want something to have my hair down. I've made this little beanie hat. It's got a hole at the top for you to put your ponytail through. And if you don't have a ponytail, it's just a really cute slouchy cap. I'll show you how to quickly whip this up today. It'll probably take you less time to make it than it will to watch this video. Stick around and we'll make this together. I reckon I rock this. Now to start, all we need is one head measurement. Grab yourself a tape measure, and I'll show you on a mannequin in a minute as well. But all you need to do is pop the tape measure behind your neck, bring it up at the base of your head, so just down at the bottom section here, up and around to your forehead, and then take your measurement. So you've just got that sitting up and coming down around the back of your head. And that measurement for me is 22 inches or 56 centimetres. Let me show you on the mannequin so you can see a side view. Take your tape measure to the back of the head, bring it up on the diagonal, around the top. I've covered Earl's ear here. And then you can see that for Earl, it measures 23 inches or about 58.5 centimetres. I would round that down because there's going to be enough stretch in the fabric that it'll fit over the head. That's all you need to do is just measure all around the head. That's the measurement of the fabric that you need to cut out. And we're just going to cut out a square. All right, this is going to be a very quick project. Once you've got your head measurements, cut out a square to that size. So for me, my head was 22 inches or 56 centimetres, and I've cut out a square of fabric. The fabric that I'm using here is a stretch, but it's only a one-way stretch, so it'll stretch this way, but it doesn't stretch the other way, okay? So if you use a fabric that's got a two-way stretch, then it's just going to make it more stretchy. I think this is a cotton interlock. Take one side and fold that across to the other. Line up the raw edges. Pin that together, and we're going to sew down this long edge. What we'll also do is leave an opening around about here just to turn through. You only want about 3 fingers width, doesn't need much of an opening at all. Sew along, backstitch here, and finish at the end. Let's do that. We don't need to overlock or zigzag this, it's just a couple of straight stitches. I have a 1 centimetre or 3/8 inch seam allowance. I'm just using a regular 90 or size 14 sewing machine needle. And I'm going to use brown cotton today so that you can actually see the stitching. Backstitch here. Leave a small opening and continue on. Okay, we have our little opening just in here, raw edge at the top and the raw edge at this end as well. I'm going to mark the centre fold with a pin at both ends. You don't need to do this, but this is just so that you can see what I'm actually doing or where I am. Okay, so that's the centre fold. Let's take this stitched corner here and bring that up to the centre fold over on the opposite side. And that stitching line will line up with the pin mark. Then we'll take this corner and bring that up in line with the stitching line over here. So you'll see a kind of cross thing happening down the bottom. That's all good. Remove that top layer out of the way just for a moment. This layer in the centre, as well as the other centre layer, just fold that down out of the way, and we can bring this top layer up to meet the other outer layer. Line those up. And pin those edges together. So you've got the top layer here and the bottom layer pinned together, and the two centre pieces are tucked to the inside. We can take this to the sewing machine now. Start sewing anywhere really with a back stitch. Continue on, and as you continue on, you'll just grab the layers underneath and you'll just keep on sewing until you've made a tube. We don't need these centre pins anymore. Let's sew this up now. As I sew with my 1 centimetre seam allowance, I'm just making sure that folded bit of fabric that's underneath stays out of the stitching area, and we can start. As I run out of fabric, leave the needle in the down position and grab these layers of fabric that are underneath. Pull the bottom layer forward and this layer here, and without stretching it, just continue to sew. You just keep on bringing the layers forward every time you get to them. We're almost back to the beginning. And apart from closing it up, we're done. Okay, now we can find the opening that we've made earlier. Oh, there it is. And turn everything the right way out. It's a cute colour, isn't it? And what you can do now is bring these edges together. You can sew that closed by hand. Just do a whip stitch right across to close that up. I'm just going to take this back to the machine and sew that closed. It's just a very narrow top stitch. Let's see how this looks. I'm going to turn that seam to the inside. We've got our little twisted area at the top here and the area for our head. Not sure how this would go if you top stitched the rim. Don't know that I would actually like that. So give it a really good press, and we've got our little air vent or ponytail opening at the top here. So what did you think of that project? Wasn't it really quick? Just 1 square of fabric, 2 seams, and that's all there is to it. The one-way stretch works beautifully with it, and this is Earl rocking his new beanie cap. I think it looks better on him than it does on me, to be honest. But you've got that little spiral opening at the other end there. If you've got long hair or you just want to have some hair sticking out, you can easily put your ponytail through that and parade around town with pride wearing this little beanie hat. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I shall catch you next time. Bye for now.